Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another video for our halfway to Halloween series. I'm so excited for today's video. As you can see, I am barefaced and that is because we are doing an unboxing and a try on of the products in this spooky mystery box. Now I did get this through the TikTok shop through the brand ColourPop Cosmetics. I'm so excited to see what items are even in this box and try to create a look using the items in there. So let's see what I can come up with. As you can tell, I'm so ready to jump into this mystery box. So I have the box right over here. I have some makeup brushes. I have my mirror kind of off camera. And I do have some personal items depending on what is even included in this box that I might need to create a full look. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to see what items are in the box first. And I'm gonna open everything for you. So seeing off the top, okay, so it looks like this is part of the ColourPop and Stranger Things collaboration. So far what I'm seeing from the top is all Stranger Things kind of themed. I've never been a super fan of the show. I think I watched a few episodes and then just life happened, so I stopped watching, but it was pretty entertaining. The CGI in that show is incredible. So I'm sure as the seasons went on, it only got better. So let me know if you would recommend me watching it now. Is it worth it? Please let me know. If it ends like how the Game of Thrones series ended, please let me know because that was very disappointing and I don't think I could do another show that ends that disappointing, okay? So anyways, let's jump in. This first item is the Hawkins Milk, what is this? Liquid Light Glow Drops. So that's really pretty. I love the packaging. It's this little like milk carton and then it has a little window where you can see the actual product. And it's this really pretty silver, like icy blue, iridescent, glittery kind of liquid drop. So I'm excited to try this out. Okay, let's open it up and just see what that looks like. Look how pretty that is. Oh, and it's glass. I thought it was plastic. Ooh, okay, dropper. So I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand to show you guys. Oh, that feels nice. Look how pretty that is. So it is like an icy blue, almost light silvery type of sheen to it, but it catches the light really, really nicely. So that should be fun. I've never used liquid drops, so I'm curious to see how this goes. Right, next item. This is the ColourPop Stranger Things Instant Crush Cream Blush. And the back says Buyer's Natural Matte Finish. So this is the packaging. I'm a sucker for good packaging. And this is like a soft touch, which I love, love, love. Anything soft touch, it just feels nice. So I'm loving this already. Okay, let's see. What? Okay, that's not what I was expecting. And you'll see why in a second. So look how cute. It's a little cassette. I love that. If you were from the 90s, you definitely know what a cassette is. I'm sure if you've seen the show, you learned what a cassette is if you didn't have them in your day. But this is why I'm a little confused. This is a matte blush. This is the color of the blush. That's gonna be a make for a very interesting look. I wonder if this is one of those like color changing blushes that once you put it on, then it shifts colors. I'm excited to see what this is gonna look like. I don't wanna try it just yet because I kinda wanna be surprised. So I'm gonna leave this till we actually do the look. Okay, next item I'm seeing in here is the Talk to Me Ultra Glossy Lip Trio. This is what it looks like. It's the bulbs from the show. I think they have that in the living room, if I'm not mistaken. And the colors are Where Are You, Right Here, and Run, which that's alarming. Okay. But it does look like they have like a shimmer, sparkle, kind of glitter inside the lip oils. I'm not a lip oil or glossy lip girly. I'm usually a matte lip. But maybe I'll just try one of them and I will gift the other two. So that's in here. Let's go ahead and take them out though. Again, the packaging is so good. I'm obsessed with the soft touch. Like, I'm sold. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's cool. It's like a really pretty hot pink kind of color. Oh, that's pretty with like iridescent shimmers, almost gold green little flecks of shimmer in that. So that's pretty. Next up is this really pretty golden yellow. I feel like it pulls a little more to the orange side. Let me know. I wonder if you can even tell because of the lights in the background, but it looks pretty. I think I might use the pink so far. We'll see. Oh, that's like the board that they have in the living room, which, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that technically almost like a Ouija board or a message board of some kind, right? Because they have the lights above each letter and like, if I remember from like 1 or 2 episodes, doesn't it spell things out or something like that? Maybe that was later in the season and I just ended up catching like a clip. I'm not sure, but this is really cool. I love how creative this is and so within the show, right? They're showcasing and highlighting it. I love it. Okay, so this last one is this beautiful kind of aqua blue color with different flecks of the same glitter, it looks like, inside. So that's cool. So you have all 3. I guess it depends on the eyeshadow look. So I'll use one of them and then gift the other 2. So we'll save that. Okay, next item I'm seeing is the waffle lip mask. And it says fluffy waffle flavor. That's interesting. Waffle lip mask. So I wonder if it just smells like straight up waffles or maybe honey, like a drizzle. That's really cute though. It's literally a waffle on the top. That's really, really cute. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so right off the bat, this is incredibly scented. It's a little too intense for my liking. I'm definitely not gonna use this, but it has a really pretty like yellowish tone and there's like the tiniest specks of glitter in it almost. I'm not sure. So that's really cute, but it smells like straight up syrup, like way too intensely. So I'm not gonna be using the lip mask. I'm gonna leave that to gift it to a friend. Anybody who likes waffles, you know? So that's a very distinct scent. Okay, next up is the ColourPop Stranger Things The Monster Chrome Liquid Eyeshadow Duo. And this is what it looks like. And I remember that's a Demogorgon. Yeah, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Thank you so much. So the colors included are humanoid and interdimensional. So I like the names. That's fun. Okay, let's try and get this opened. Oh, there we go. Ooh, okay, and it's sitting in almost like a forest background kind of backing. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so this one I believe was interdimensional, and it's like this really cool kind of charcoal gray with like green micro glitters in it. Really fine glitter. That looks really pretty, and it almost has like a rainbow shift to it. It's so tiny though. Oh, it has a purple to green shift. That's pretty. Okay, and then this one, which was humanoid, this one almost looks the same now that I have them side by side, but this one is definitely a little bit more of a green, like a deep mossy green color, and it does pull a little bit more to the green gold with a little bit of blue, not so much purple as the other one, but definitely more gold than the first one. So that's fun. Okay, and last item in here, so let me just move that out of the way. We have a palette. So this is the ColourPop Stranger Things chapter 1. Oh, maybe that's just the artwork. Eyeshadow palette. So that's fun. This is what it looks like a giant old school TV. I really love that. Wow, the amount of detail that they get is just ridiculous. I know ColourPop is known for their packaging, and like not disappointed at all. So the back have the colors. These are all the colors that are included. So let's take a peek. Ooh, oh, look at the palette. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm like looking at the viewfinder and I'm just like, I could like shift this all day. And then this is the back with all the colors outlined. So let's see what they look like. Ooh, this is beautiful. Look at this palette. Wow, I wasn't sure like what colors might be included in something like this after seeing the blush. So I was a little nervous about the eyeshadow, but I feel like you get a good variety of color options in the palette. So we have, starting from this side, we have Waffle Thief, we have 1983, 11, and then Chief of Police. The second row is Gone Missing, Hawkins is the second one, Castle Buyers, and then D&D is the last one, which, oh, it looks like it might have like had extra product on there. Third row, Hungry for Blood, second one, Alien Vines, The Gates, and Demogorgon, which that makes sense. It has a little stamp embedded into it of the Demogorgon, that's a nice little touch. And the last row is The Upside Down, Alt Dimension, Hive Mind, and The Void, which I feel like The Void for black is just perfect. These are beautiful, beautiful. The ones that catch my attention straight off the bat is definitely The Upside Down and Castle Buyers. Is just, I think because they have like a shimmer kind of shift to them. Oh, it just looks so, so pretty. Okay, so let's just kind of outline here what we received in the box. So looking at everything that we got in the box, let's just line everything up so I can see it all. We have our palette, our blush, our gloss lip trio, chrome duo, and a liquid light drop. So I'm going to definitely need brow products, foundation, and concealer. So let me get that out. Okay, so I think I'm good to go. I have my sponge. I've already gone ahead and wet it. I had already put on moisturizer, so at least my face was nice and hydrated and ready for application. So I'm just gonna go ahead with my first step, and I'm just, for the sake of the video, misting today. We're not applying like a whole primer situation per se, but this is the Milani Make It Last Original Natural Finish Setting Spray. I like to put this on before and then during and after I do a little bit. So we're gonna go in with this first. That mist is so good. Oh, I love that product. Okay, now that we've primed our face, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows first before getting into the rest of the makeup. So I'm just going to brush out my brows. Kind of tame them a little bit. They're a little wilding out today. And this is, I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil in the shade, where's the shade? 4. So I've used this for quite a few years. I really like the pencil. I know that they have other brow products and I'm probably should check it out, but I just, creature of habit, I kind of like using what I already know works. But let me know what your favorite brow products are. I'm curious. I'm down to try something new because as soon as this is out, I don't think I have much left in the pencil, so I'm going to have to replace this pretty soon just because I use it so often. So when I do my brows, I like to start at the bottom and outline my brow and just create the shape and define it. Only because my brows tend, I'm sure a lot of us have the same issue, they never want to be twins. They never want to look identical. And so the only way I have found to somewhat make them even is to start at the bottom, kind of trace the bottom shape, and then go over the top and kind of create that same shape on both eyes so that they are as symmetrical as I can get them. Let me know if you guys have any other tips that maybe I just haven't learned yet. All right, I'm gonna brush them out. Now, once I fill them in, I like to go in and brush just so that the product kind of spreads out a little more evenly because it's a pencil, before I move on to the next eyebrow. See how that like helps define it a little bit more, and it gives it a much cleaner line. And then I just do the same thing on the top. And I also do try to make sure that when I'm doing the strokes on my brows, I kind of push into my brow a little bit to give them that like hair type of texture so that it's not just like, I don't know, like just brown, right? Like you want it to look like you have fuller brows. At least I do because mine are thin. All right, so now that we have the brows done, I'm going to move on to doing a little bit of concealing. So I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer, and this is in the peach corrector tone, just so I can cancel out some of the dark under eye issues I got going on. I do feel like it significantly neutralizes it, which is great. So you don't see it peeking through in a makeup look. I also put it on my lids because my lids tend to be a little bit darker than the rest of my eyes, so just to cancel them out. All right, so I did a little bit. I like to like layer it sometimes, so I don't put too much product underneath and have my under eyes get cakey. So I just go in with a little bit more if I feel like I need it. Some days I need it more than others. Today is one of those days. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. And this is in the color 140 Pure Beige. And this is like a nice bright concealer. It is significantly lighter than my skin tone, but it really does brighten up my under eye and my eyelids. And I feel like once I put on eyeshadow, it just really pops because it's a much lighter base. Now with this product, you do have to work quickly because it does dry down pretty quick. So we're gonna just tackle that real quick. And I like to kind of spread it out on my lid all the way up to underneath my brows. It's like a nice full coverage of my eye area. And this is what we're looking like. A little scary, but awake, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. So now that I have that down, I'm going to go in with a little bit of setting powder. So this is from the brand Kimchi Chic. This is the Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake Powder in the color Translucent. And I'm just going to grab a little bit, tap off the excess, kind of tap it onto my hand. I forgot to take off the liquid light, so it's fine. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit underneath my lid, which I probably shouldn't do now that I'm realizing because I still have to do foundation. It's fine, it's fine. We're just gonna keep going. perfect. So for now, I'm going to set aside my powder. Let me kind of dust or tap out some of that powder underneath my eyes. All right, perfect. So now I want to go in with the eyeshadow palette. Do I know what look I want to do? Nope, no idea. Let's see, what can we do? Okay, so I'm gonna grab the lightest shade, which is Chief of Police, and kind of put that all over. So let's kind of dust that on. I have no idea what brush this is, or most of my brushes, so just a fluffy brush, I guess. I've had these brushes for so many years that the text on them has completely worn off, so couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. So I'm just tapping off the excess of the eyeshadow before I completely put down a base. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a basic type of look or if I want to be a little bit more adventurous. Honestly, I think I kind of want to use these two colors. So Gone Missing and 1983 are really catching my attention. So I'm going to add a little bit of D&D into my brow bone, just to create a little bit more depth before I go in with those two. So let me grab, I'm gonna grab another brush. I'm trying not to mix the colors. I feel like at some point I might accidentally do that, so we're gonna try. So I'm gonna grab D&D, just tap it in and then tap off any excess and go into my brow bone. Okay, so I'm seeing that this color is maybe not as dark as I thought it would be. I'm really having to go in layer by layer to deepen it up, which I guess is a good thing if you accidentally tend to have a heavy hand with your eyeshadow. This one you could really build up. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, that's not too bad. I feel like you could definitely see the pigment coming through. Okay, I like it, I like it. I'm gonna add a little bit of that D&D to the outer corners of my eye, just to deepen it up just a little. Now these shadows do have a little bit of fallout. I'm not going crazy and like rubbing my brush in. So just even gently tapping them, you will see a bit of fallout. And just, if you're worried about it mixing in with other colors, just kind of lean it and blow it off and you're good. Okay, so I think I kind of have that a little bit even, hopefully. We're just gonna go over one more time on this side. Okay, cool. So did the outer edge and did the brow bone. So now I'm gonna go in on my lid. I'm going to use Gone Missing. Let me see if I have a flatter brush. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this pointed kind of flatter brush to go in, just so that I can precisely place it on my lid. Although I have heard that with ColourPop, you might want to go in with your finger, because sometimes it's a little bit brighter using your fingers, so we can try that next. Okay, so that's pretty. It's like fall, definitely Halloween kind of look and colors. The colors do seem to blend really well together, so that's nice. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with 1983. Do I want to do this as an inner corner highlight? Or... yeah, for 1983, actually, I'm gonna use my finger. Just kind of go in and place it right on that inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that sparkle is really pretty. Okay, it's going all over my lid. It's gonna go on top of Gone Missing, just because it looks so pretty. Oh my god, so pretty. I love the sparkles in 1983, just look absolutely beautiful on the lid. Wow. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Demogorgon and kind of use a smaller brush with Demogorgon, and I'm just going to kind of add it into the outer edge of my eyes to add a little bit more depth. I just feel like it's a little too light. Ooh, that looks pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, so I actually went ahead and added a little bit of the Demogorgon into the brow bone as well. I took it up to the brow bone, and I just love how it's like a smoky kind of plum look. So I'm just going to do that to the other side and try to match it as much as possible. We'll see how well I do. This doesn't always go well. Let me know if you like these kind of talk through videos. I didn't intend to like make it a tutorial type of thing, but I mean, if you enjoy it, then I'll do more. But I just wanted to walk through what I'm doing in case it helps anyone else with their makeup application for a similar look. Okay, so I'm just going back in with the brush that I used for the Gone Missing, that like burnt rustic orange shimmer shade. And I'm just kind of blending out in the middle any harsh lines that I might have created while I was putting on the Demogorgon color, and bringing back a little bit of that orange onto the lid, because I feel like it kind of got lost with the other colors. So there's that. I did Demogorgon. I love the way that it looks so far. So I'm going to try not to mess with the colors anymore. I promise. Hold on. Okay, I'm done. I'm dropping it. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my finger and add a little bit more of that 1983 over the orange that we just kind of set down. Just a few little taps. That's it. I do want the orange to be visible, so I'm not trying to completely erase it. So it's almost going from like this really pretty mossy iridescent green into the orange, into the kind of plum color. It's giving Halloween / fall. So I really like the way that that's coming out. So I'm done with that, with the shadow for now. I'll leave it alone. I'm done with the shadow. Actually, lies. No. I'm done with the shadows for right this second. We're gonna leave that alone. I'm actually going to add liner underneath my lash line. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I added a brown liner underneath my lash line. I like using like a dark brown. The one I used was the LA Girl Perfect Precision Eyeliner in dark brown. So that's just my go-to. I prefer brown over black. Black just seems a little too harsh unless I'm doing a very smoky black eyeliner look. For this look, I think brown is the way to go. So that's the one I used. So now I want to go in and add a little bit of that Demogorgon as a liner on the top of my lid to kind of lay out and shape my eye a little bit more. I might go in with the Void as well, just depending on how dark the Demogorgon color pays off. So let's try that out. And I'm just grabbing an angled brush to do that. And I always like doing my left eye first. I just feel like my liner always comes out nicer on my left, so then it's easier for me to try to match it on my right eye. And a tip that helps me with my liner when I'm using eyeshadow is to use my pinky almost like to stabilize my hand. So I just place my pinky on my face as I'm slowly tapping on the shadow on my lash line. All right, so the liner is done. So now we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. Probably should have waited to do my concealer because now I see flecks of glitter at the bottom, but that's okay. I have my fluffy brush. I'm just going to grab a little bit of my setting powder and brush it away. And yes, I'm gonna go in with my foundation now like a crazy person, even though I probably should have done that before, but that's fine. We're trying new things today. We're just experimenting here and having a little fun. So I'm going to grab my sponge. I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 310. No, 310 Sun Beige is my shade currently. I normally use like a little tray to put it on and do a whole thing, but today, for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna go in with my sponge. And I'm trying to do a light layer underneath my eyes since I did add powder like a crazy person, and I normally do not do that. I just think I desperately wanted to conceal so bad that just completely forgot what steps I actually take when I do my makeup. But that's fine, it's fine, no big. Now please always put foundation on your neck. Please don't look like you have a mask unless that is maybe your costume, Halloween costume. But when you're putting on makeup, don't forget your neck so that you match your face and it's not such a stark difference between your foundation and then your actual skin tone. It just, that way you kind of blend in the foundation from your face down to your neck. And I don't do a whole lot. I literally do a thin layer, but it's just enough so that it looks a little bit more seamless. And I love using an angled sponge for this so that it has a tip for the concealer and smaller, tighter areas like your inner corners and things like that, and this flat portion, just because it helps really define the lines, especially like around my brows and things like that. I just feel like it's just easier to kind of carve out with the foundation in that space. And then let me just kind of push it all the way up into my forehead. And do I put it in my hair? Sometimes accidentally, yes. It's okay, you can always add a little bit of water and just kind of get it off. It's no big deal. Or dust it off with a towel too. Conjure it off. All right, so we have our foundation done. Now we're going to move on to the blush, because what even is this? I'm so curious. I need to know what that looks like. So I'm just gonna grab my blush brush and I am going to dust this because I didn't get a chance to clean it. Don't judge me. Okay, just kind of dusting it off. Now my blush brush is very dense and I love that because it just smooths out the blush when I put it on, and it's always a good application. So I'm gonna go in with this one and kind of dab it in. This might have been a mistake because I can't see how much I actually put on my brush, so let's see. Oh, that's pretty. It's definitely not as pigmented as I thought it would be. If that is the color. Now I'm second guessing if that's just my brush. Oh yeah, no, it is like it's like a very soft, it changes over to like a soft pink color. And I always change up where I end up putting my blush, so sometimes I like to angle it, sometimes I like to just put it on like my apples of my cheeks. But I really like this. This is really pretty. If this is the color and not the actual blush that I had on this brush, this is really pretty. However, I am seeing it on my hand and it is like a really soft pink tone. So I'm excited. I think I'm going to be using this way more than I thought I would. Just very glad that it wasn't actually like black, because I mean, I guess if you go for like creating a monster look, that would make total sense. But no, for a look like this is nice. I like this. Okay, so now that we have that done, I honestly am tempted to go in with one of these duochrome eyeshadow shades. Maybe I can do it on the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Humanoid, since I have a little bit of that green 1983 on. I'm going to do it in the inner corner. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Oh, that's way darker than I thought it was gonna be. You know what? Hold on. Let's try the interdimensional. Let me see. Maybe I can put it on my outer corner of my eye so you guys can see what it looks like. Maybe not. Okay, so this one, can you see that? Hold on. Okay, so I took a makeup wipe, just wiped off my hand so that I can see what these duochrome or what are they called again? Oh my god, I already forgot. Brain? Oh, chrome liquid eyeshadow. So we're gonna go in first with interdimensional. I'll swatch it on my hand for you. And then this one is Humanoid. So look how pretty. Okay, this is interdimensional and this one is Humanoid. I kind of wanted to try to use it on my lid just to add a little bit more to it. I think I might go with interdimensional on my outer corners. So let's try that next. Okay, so to add interdimensional to the eye, I think I'm going to use, whoops, wrong one. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do this dense brush. It's a little bit pointed, it has a bit of a rounder tip, just so that I can add a little bit to the end. Let's see, hopefully I can kind of brush it out. Let's try this eye first. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. I added just a little bit to the outer corner just to see if it would pick up the shimmer in it. You can see a little bit, but now I feel like it looks a little bit more of like a gray cast. So something to keep in mind when using this, you probably don't want to layer it over shadow. You want to let this be the first thing and then put some shadow on top. So I'm actually going to go back in with a Demogorgon. Was it this one? Yeah, I'm gonna go back in with the Demogorgon and bring some of that plum color back to the end. Okay, not too bad. It doesn't look bad. I like it. Gives it a different, almost like smoky effect. So let me just do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and I'm just going to go in with my sponge now and just kind of create that line that I had so that it's like a nice, it's a bit of a sharper edge in the corners. Almost giving us like a wing makeshift wing, little hack. And then I'm just dabbing just a little bit over the blush so that it looks a little bit more airbrushed. I feel like that helps kind of melt the products together. And now I can go in with my powder, my setting powder. And again, I'm just going to dab that in. I use the cap and just kind of release the excess, it helps. And then tap onto my skin. And so far, I love how this look is really about the eyes. The colors are really pretty. I really do like this palette. Let me know if you guys want to see another look. Maybe I can do like a quick mini video, like a bonus video for you guys of playing around with other colors from the palette. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. I would be more than happy to sit and play with makeup, to be honest. This was definitely more of a beauty look than I anticipated, which is a nice little change. So far I'm loving this. I really love the way that the blush actually turned out. I'm definitely gonna be using these products for a minute after this. Like I'm literally obsessed with the shadows. I forget how incredible ColourPop shadows are. I haven't had a ColourPop palette in a very long time, so this is just bringing back the love for ColourPop, and I'm probably gonna place another order. So now that we have that done, do I want to do fake lashes? We'll leave that for last. Actually, what I do want to go in with is the liquid drops. So I'm curious to see what that looks like. I don't know if I have a brush for that, actually. Maybe I can use this like kind of flat brush and just paint it on, maybe. Oh, actually, let me wipe off my hands. Not. Oh. Okay, so those chrome liquid eyeshadows do dry down pretty quick, and they're not gonna come off because this is a little difficult to get off my hands. So that's nice. So if you're worried about it coming off quick, no, I just had to fight with my makeup remover wipe to get it off. I don't want to put these drops directly on my face because I put powder on already, so I'm gonna do it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to tap my brush to kind of spread it out and then kind of tap it on to my face. Do I normally use any kind of highlight on my cheekbones? No, not at all. It's very rare that I actually do. But that's pretty. I wonder if it's showing up. Can you see it? Let me do the other side. Ooh, that's pretty. It almost gives off like that wet look, but it's just subtle enough that like head on, you don't see it. So head on, I don't see it. I don't see a gray cast, which is nice. But when I shift over, I can see it catching the light. Oh, that's so pretty. It's subtle in the best way. Way more subtle than I thought it would be. So that's a pleasant surprise. I almost want to put a little bit on the peak points of my brow. Let me see, what can I use? Let me use this one. So I just added it right at the curve of my brow on my lid and, sorry, of my brow bone. And I think that looks really pretty. It just pulls in from the highlight on the cheekbones. I'm obsessed with the way that this looks. Okay, I'm so surprised that I even really like this color. What a good day. What a good makeup day. I'm excited. I'm going to put on my lashes now to almost complete this look, and then we're going to figure out which which glossy lip we want to try on. All right, so I've added some lashes to kind of complete the eyes. I'm using the Ardell 110 lashes. I really, really love that brand. And they have like a thin band, which is my favorite. I also found, they're called demi wispies. So it's like half the lash. So you can just put it towards the end. I love those, but they're always out of stock at my local Walgreens. So I need to purchase them online. But if you want to try out a thin band that's not uncomfortable, the Ardell 110s are definitely my favorite. So I use that. I use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with aloe because I have very sensitive skin, and other lash glues always make me have some form of an allergic reaction, and then they get swollen. It's a whole thing. So this one is my go-to. And then I just went over on the lash line with the Demogorgon eyeshadow from the eyeshadow palette to kind of just smoke out the liner on the top lid. I was going to do some shadow on the bottom, but I kind of like the look of how it is right now, so I want to leave it alone. I do want to try one of these glossy lips, so I don't know which one I want to do. I'm inclined to try the pink one because I love pink, but I think I'm gonna go with the golden one just because of the golden orangey hue that I have on my eyes. So let's see what this looks like on its own. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, that smells so good. I was not expecting that. Okay. Okay, pleasantly surprised. One, the smell is so good. It has the faintest like bakery scent, which is really, really nice. Nothing compared to the waffle lip mask that was like assaulting to your senses. This one is not that intense and I really like it. I don't necessarily see the flecks of glitter that's in there, but it is very hydrating and moisturizing. It's not thick. I really, really like it. I think just the way it is, it looks nice because the eyes are kind of the focus of the look. And I'm okay with that. I really enjoy this. Now I need to know, do they all smell the same? Oh, they do. They all have the same exact scent. Oh, that smells so nice. Oh my God, obsessed with that scent. It's just enough. So I think that I'm going to leave this look like this. Let's go ahead and take off my little headband. Hopefully my hair doesn't look too crazy. Ooh, that was on there snug. Last but not least, I do need to set my face. So went in with the same Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. Spritz that over, we'll wait for it to dry. That completes this video, and this is the final look. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know which item was your favorite that was included in the mystery box, and if you've tried any of the ColourPop and Stranger Things collaboration items. If there's more in the line. Now I'm curious, I kind of want to go on their site and check it out and see what else they may have had that I didn't have included in my box. I definitely am obsessed with the blush. This was by far my favorite. I was pleasantly surprised with the way that it applied on the skin. Loved it. And in second, I have a tie between the eyeshadow palette, just because the colors are just so pretty and the application was so smooth for both the shimmer and the matte shadows. Really, really love this. I'm definitely going to use this again. Let me know if you want me to do more makeup looks, trying out other color combinations from this palette. I'd love to do that. And tied with the eyeshadow palette is the liquid highlighter. I enjoyed this way more than I thought it would. It just looks very seamless on the skin and doesn't give me that gray shadow. And that's kind of hard to do for my skin tone, I feel, especially with highlights, which is probably why I don't use it I don't use highlighter very often. So I love the fact that I found one that I can use. Yeah, and let me know your thoughts down below. And make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification so you're notified when the next video comes out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.